For virtual school, the school system gave all of the... Hey, yo, and welcome back to my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. This week, I'm going to be discussing the kids going back to virtual school. Please remember, these videos are based on my experiences with my kids, which at the time of this video are 8, 7, and 5 years old. Though as of tomorrow, our little Libra is going to turn 9, so if you want to give him a little bit of a smile, leave some happy birthdays in the comments down below. Alright, so there's homeschooling, which is when parents get to decide how to teach their kids, what they're going to teach their kids, and they develop their own lesson plans. I've never homeschooled, nor have I been homeschooled, so I don't know the exact finer points or details, so I can't really go into that, but that's the basic premise. Then we have public school, which in the US could vary greatly by state, city, and county. To summarize though, it's basically when we ship our children off to school for 5 to 8 hours a day so that professionals can teach them what they need to learn, which is what we usually choose to do. However, there's a pandemic going on right now, so we decided to go with the virtual school option. For virtual school, the school system gave all of the students their own laptops and trained teachers to teach virtual lessons via the Zoom meetings, and there's a lot of learning apps on there that are actually really cool to use. They also had someone, in our case, Chris and I both, took a class for learning mentors so that we could learn all of the apps that they're being used and how they're supposed to function. That way we can help our kids at home if anything happens. So essentially their teachers are still teaching them and we're just tech support, plus we help do the homework. Well, full disclosure, it was an absolute mess at first. I want to emphasize this is not the fault of the school or the teachers. It's a whole new system that they had to learn and that we had to learn as well. For the first few weeks, the kids' laptops weren't really connecting to the internet very well, and this made it really hard for them to be able to focus on class. While they had set up the servers for an increase in usage, they, I guess, underestimated just how much more uses they would be getting. Then for a couple of weeks after that, Chris and I would have to give up our laptops so that the children could connect to the school servers. There was just something weird with the school laptops and the school servers, and I'm not 100% certain what was going on because I was in and out of migraines, so it's really foggy for me. But I know that they had to order a piece, and after they ordered the piece, it got fixed, and we haven't really had much of a problem since then. I mean, we'll have the odd day here or there, especially if it's raining really bad, but for the most part, it is smooth sailing. And honestly, the technological issues are not necessarily the worst part for us. See, our older two are in the same virtual class, so they like to make faces at each other or talk and distract each other and sometimes just kind of play around under the table, which means that I have to keep an eye on them throughout the whole school day to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and being respectful and paying attention to the teacher. Which, in their defense, they're used to traditional school where they're in the classroom, and every year that they've gone to school, they have been really well behaved. Their teachers always bragged about that for them. So I really think it's just the Zoom call format, and I think that just makes it easier for them to kind of get distracted. They are getting better at it though, so hopefully by the end of the semester they'll, be fine. Honestly, I thought this would be a resounding no, and in the end I do still prefer traditional school over virtual school. I feel like the kids enjoy being in a physical classroom and making friends easier that way, as well as connecting to their teachers. I would also really love my mornings back to where I can just do whatever I want to do around the house instead of having to stay quiet so I'm not overheard on the Zoom call. And yes, I signed up for this. Yes, I committed to this. No, I don't actually mind, having to be a mom and doing the mom thing, keeping my kids in line so that it's easier on their teacher. But that doesn't mean I can't list it as a con. I mean, I used to blast music while I mopped or swept my floors, and now I can't talk unless they're on break. Because I'm loud. I'm so very loud. However, I do enjoy sometimes being able to listen to their classes or to see how they're doing in class for myself. Their teachers are also really awesome and communicative. They let us know when the classes go down if we should keep trying to reconnect or if we should just wait. And then when classes go back up, they let us know if anything happened or there's any assignments that they are missing or anything. You know, the teachers just message us. It's really nice. Plus, the kids are safe at home and I don't really have to worry about, well, anything. In the end though, when we feel like it's safe or appropriate for them to, they'll probably end up back in traditional school at some point. Roxy already kinda complains about not being able to physically go to school, so at least 1 out of 3 of them will return someday, I'm pretty sure. They do and they don't like virtual school. Like, they really enjoy the learning apps and stuff like that, which admittedly, the learning apps are pretty damn cool. The other day, the kids had to like take the laptop tablets and take pictures of like common and proper nouns and then resize and drag them into the appropriate column, which would have been really fun as a kid, though, you know, cutting things out and gluing them down was cool too. But Michael and Roxy, for example, are very, very social children, and they miss being able to get out of the house every week and to be able to go interact and make friends and just talk to people face to face that they're not related to, which I get as an outgoing extrovert, can relate. And we haven't quite figured out how to fix that for any of us right now. Gabriel might be okay with doing virtual school forever. I actually don't know. He hasn't really shown a preference one way or the other, although he does seem to not like Zoom call learning, so there's that. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Kids are all different and unique, and part of parenting is learning about these differences and appreciating them and trying to figure out what is best for each child. We are going to keep them in virtual school for the rest of this school year. We can choose to have them moved from virtual back to traditional school at any point in between grading periods, but we're not going to. They're just going to stay in virtual school for the rest of this school year, and then next year we'll revisit and see what we think is best for them. We're just trying to take this one school year at a time right now. After all, they're still learning, homework is going really well, the teachers are easy to communicate back and forth with, and we'll figure out some way to get the kids out the house so that they're not so cooped up. Things may have started out rough, but you know, that's just life sometimes. Nothing we couldn't handle. Alright everybody, that's all I got for you this week. Do you have school-aged kids? How's back to school going for you? Let me know in the comments down below. I still host live streams every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, as well as host new videos on Wednesdays. If you would like to see a sample of my writing, be sure to check out my website right here at samanthaalnasset.com. If you'd just like to stalk the social medias, that's cool too. It's at Samantha L. Nasset on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. If you liked this video, maybe give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring-a-ding that bell so you'll be notified when my live streams and videos go live. Well, hope to see you soon. Sam out.